What's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's episode 196. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Happy Friday. Happy Freaky Friday. Woo! Hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week. And head over to patreon.com/TJMS to get access to my exclusive content. It's basically my private vault of things that are too embarrassing to post on Instagram / patrons get phone calls, shout outs. If I get 2 more, I'm going to do a Zoom hangout with you guys. Anyways, check it out. Patreon.com/TJMS. All right. I got a cop car outside right now acting sketchy. I've been watching this for the last 2 hours and I can't make sense of it. And guys, what do you think of this? DM me what you think is going on. Cop car parked right out front. No lights on, just sitting there. And he was talking to these people across the street. 2 old people, like a couple, and then a younger dude. All of them are masked up and just waddling around outside on the sidewalk. And then the cop talked to them a couple hours ago. He's still here camping out. They're still outside. Is this a domestic? What is happening? I can't, nothing makes sense. Nothing I'm looking at makes sense. I don't understand why they won't go in their house and why the cop is just hanging out there. And I don't know. So I'm confused. At least I have something. This is like live action entertainment for the podcast. I mean, shit, I got a dude with it looks like he's carrying literally a goldfish bag crossing the street right now. He is literally holding a bag from Petco. There's those how they blow up the top of it and there's air and then the water's under, the goldfish is in the bag. Yeah, he's taking one of those home right now. This is great. This is great people watching today. New pet goldfish in the neighborhood. I got a yellow slug bug I've never seen sitting out there. I don't know what to talk about today other than look. I don't know how to explain this, but when I woke up this morning, so I got 9 hours of sleep. Proud of that. Staying consistent with my sleep routine. If you're new, I've been working on this new schedule. This new it's called basically I'm trying to get my shit together and I've put myself on a strict sleeping schedule, working out schedule right now until I get it down where it's a habit or whatever. So yeah, I got 9 hours of sleep last night and dude, I don't have a foo paw, but I'm grabbing my stomach like I do, and it's kind of comfortable. What the fuck? I'm literally just holding my stomach, grabbing it and leaning back. This is my podcasting position. Shout out all y'all who have foo paw. That makes you unique and special and beautiful in your own way. Just kidding. Actually, no. Go lose some weight. Get on a treadmill. Eat better. Take care of your health. That's not normal, and I'm antibody positive, so there you go. Why did I throw that in when I'm trying to tell you that I woke up in a different fucking dimension today? I swear, something felt so wrong when I woke up. I can't really explain it other than I felt hungover. My brain fog was insane. I've been eating so well lately. I've been drinking a ton of water. I've been going to sleep at my bedtime. I didn't have alcohol. I had no drugs in my system. I didn't smoke weed and wake up groggy. I don't know how to explain it. I woke up and I was like, something is different. And even when I went outside, what's the date today? March 19th. Okay. So, I don't know. That's how my day started. And I just felt funky and weird. And I was me in my body, but I wasn't in the same, the day before was a different universe than this is annoying. Nobody gives a fuck. You guys, I have a theory about Logan Paul. This is a random thought. Let me drink some fucking water. Jacqueline, stop swearing. We don't like it when you swear. It's tacky. It takes away from the content. So, should I fact check this first? I'm pretty sure it's Logan Paul birthday. Yeah, bitch. Okay, so I'm calling this now, and this is just my estimate, my guess. If you're a impulsive podcast listener or a Logan Paul follower, fan, whatever, okay, so he's moving to Puerto Rico, and the timeline. So like a week ago, he said, "Oh, I'm moving. I'll be there in a couple weeks. I'm moving in a couple weeks." Which would be around the 1st of April, which is his birthday, which is also April Fool's. And so I'm just calling this now. I feel like he's fucking around and he's not actually moving there. And this is like, oh, April Fool's. But I don't know. Just because he's that kind of person that would do some shit like that. I only remembered that. I was like, when I started listening to Impulsive, what the fuck? How do you say Impulsive? So in quarantine, it got, like, Impulsive got me through it. I watched it on YouTube every single time the episodes came out. I was like hanging out with them. Like, that's how I stayed sane and felt like I had a grasp on the world and what's going on, because they talk about all the shit with quarantine and COVID and whatever. So, but I remember at one point, I found out his birthday was April 1st, and I was like, okay, he's April Fool's. He's an April Fool's baby. He's kind of a prankster like that with all the shit he does, and okay, whatever. So that's my theory. I don't know. Came to the brain, popped in the brain, and I'm riding with it. I have nothing else. I don't believe he's moving to Puerto Rico. What the fuck? Anyways, did you guys see the new aloe yoga drop on Instagram? Like, you can't miss it. The orange aloe yoga drop. Everyone and their grandma, every hot chick on the internet who's like maybe, or like a yogi fitness model chick is wearing that bright orange new aloe yoga drop. And I cannot get myself to buy aloe yoga, like random colors like that, just because I like to wear a lot of neutrals, blacks, whites, grays, tans, and so I can never get myself to fork out like $160 on a pair of leggings that are a neon color. Like, I'm not gonna wear them all the time. So anyways, by the way, right now on this podcast, I'm pulling whatever comes to the top of my brain out, and I'm saying it, and I don't know what's next. I've got some Crest white strips in front of me. I had a 2-pack. Amazon delivered too many one time, and I kept them all, so I was too lazy to return them, and that's my new journey. Fucking bright white teeth. I forgot that I had them, and then I found them. I'm like, yep, okay, so we're doing that now. What else is around me? My planner. Should I go back to my old podcasting notebook let's like reminisce on shit I used to talk about. Oh my god. Okay, so episode like, oh yeah. This will give me ideas of like shit I could rant about or like revisit. Unprepared on a Friday. Ow! Don't give a shit. It's my podcast. I do what I want. You listen. If you're still listening, that's on you. I'll waste your time all day, but it's up to you to decide when to leave and when to tune out. So, all right. So, oh shit. Oh, I forgot about this. At the beginning, back in September 2020, I started September 4th, 2020, and I haven't stopped since. I referred to the show as like the solo circus, because I feel like a circus clown, and I'm fucking coming on the microphone every day alone, no guests, no guests, and I just like just saying it however it comes to mind, and I'm not even trying hard with my words. It just pops out, and it feels like okay. Solo circus is what I wrote. Moving on. For legal reasons, this is a joke. What? I've got like a sticky pad that says that. It's probably okay. Don't know what that was. Oh shit, this is like when I was bitching about influencers 24/7. Like I got it out of my system, my critique and criticism and judgment of influencers, like the cliche stuff. I went hard the first month, and I wrote this on a sticky note. How do influencers see themselves being mocked and continue to keep up the act? Like it's a thing now to mock influencers and judge and like kind of poke fun at how they talk and address things on the camera. Hey guys, today I'm gonna do an unboxing of this new skincare from Murad, and I'm obsessed. Like so yeah, so now they know they're being mocked, but yet they still do it, and they're just like whatever. It's how they make their money. It sells shit. That voice sells shit. Anyways, I have a note here. It literally has the word like. It has the word like in it with like a slash through it, so I don't say like. That's fun, dude. This is the behind the scenes podcast host notepad search or okay. This is what I'm overly hyped, and I don't know why. I'm in a new dimension. Something happened this morning, and I'm off the fucking rocker, the rails. This is Off the Rails episode. I think I'm on number 4. Do I have an Amazon driver trying to get a hold of me? Jesus Christ. And my sister calling. Okay, so yeah, I have like 3 episodes called Off the Rails Part 2, Off the Rails Part 3. And I feel like this is that chaotic energy is coming back today. And I don't know. I'm bringing you behind the scenes of being a podcast host right now and looking at my notes. That's what I was trying to say. Everything ever is about storytelling. Beautiful. That's true. That's why podcasting works. That's why doing this every day works. You guys don't give a fuck what I say. It's just like I'm telling stories, man. I could talk about... What could I talk about? Can I tell you? Oh my God! Can I talk to you guys about my journey to veganism when I went vegan in college? Do you guys want to hear about that? I would like walk to the grocery store, like, oh, this is so cringy. I only ate raw foods for 6 months. That's how it started. My sister, okay, I was like, I'm gonna read from the notebook. Now I'm gonna tell a story. So, anyways. I was rooming with my sister in college, and she did a lot of meal prep with fish and meat and stuff. And sometimes the apartment would smell fishy, like fish was in the oven. And one day I walked in after class, and I was like, I was so repulsed. Is that a word? I was so repulsed. Repulsive. I was so grossed out by the smell of fish. I instantly decided to go vegan. Instantly decided. It wasn't even like I should look into this or what's veganism about. It was like, no, I'm vegan, bitch. I'm vegan tomorrow. The last thing I ate was, and this makes no sense. This makes no sense because, okay, the apartment smells like fish, and I eat my last supper before I went vegan the next morning was a tuna kale salad. How does that make sense? I'm disgusted by the smell of fish, and I crack open a can of tuna, and I have that as my last supper. Bitch, nothing has changed. You guys know how much tuna I talk about tuna fish all the time. I bust through cans of tuna like it's oatmeal. People eating oatmeal every morning. I'm cracking open cans of tuna, and I love it. So I'm a cat. Dude, what is this energy? Chill, bitch. Okay, stop swearing. We don't like it when you swear, Jacqueline. It takes away from the content. So yeah, after that, I went to the grocery store the next morning. I picked flowers along. Okay, wait a minute. There's 2 things I did. The first week of going vegan, I never had more energy. I was so happy. I was like kind to everyone. I was picking flowers on the way to class and handing them out. I remember putting a little daisy on my backpack where it sat on my shoulder on the strap, and I was just so elated. I was so happy. It was springtime. The sun was shining. I was in too deep. I quit drinking coffee. And then I followed all of the vegans on YouTube. If you know anything about Freely the banana girl, she was my Jesus. And then there's like high carb Hannah, because everything about veganism is eat high carb, low fat. So then it's like the ratio is not like, what is it, 30% protein, 40% carbs, or like whatever like a normal diet would have on a plate. It's like it's like 90% carbs. Like protein is like, who gives a fuck? We don't eat meat, we don't care. And then like 10% fat. So whatever. But yeah, like got in rabbit holes every day on vegan YouTube, vegan Instagram. This is where it went south. I'm gonna end this segment because I'm pissed I didn't read from my notebook more. But yeah, I was like raw vegan for 6 months. I would like prep my food every night for the next day, and it was just like a bunch of like sliced vegetables and shit and fruit. Like every morning I ate 1 grapefruit and 2 oranges. Every single morning, that's all I ate. And then I would do smoothies. Some days I'd eat a half a watermelon to start my day. Psychotic. It's fucking stupid. The worst. So this is where it went south. The 2 reasons I stopped going vegan was, well, I got in too deep. So at 3 a.m., I don't even think you can search these videos anymore. Or like, I feel like these are all banned. But 2014 Instagram had like an entire side of, there's an entire section of Instagram dedicated to slaughterhouse videos. And I would find myself at 3 a.m, like I'd wake up in the middle of the night, I'd roll over on my phone and fucking watch that and force myself to watch animals getting slaughtered. Especially or I would like force myself to watch the pig ones, because they know what's happening. Pigs are so smart, and they know what's coming. They're smarter than dogs. And so I would watch them get dropped into the deep fryer. Like they literally would just like drop live pigs in hot oil in one of the videos. And then there was the videos where they'd take a cow and just slit its throat and let it bleed out. Isn't that the halal style of killing something? Isn't that like a religious thing? They slit the throat, let it bleed out. Yeah, so I was in too deep. And then, long story short, I kept getting chronic headaches. I was craving fucking fish fillets from McDonald's. I kept dabbling in, I kept picking at people's cheese, and I kept wanting cheese and meat and burgers and steaks. And so that just happened naturally. I just reverted back, and I haven't stopped since. So, holy fucking dude. I'm going to take 10 deep breaths. This is going to be the pause part of the episode. Enjoy the silence, because you need it, and I need it too. Episode 15 of the Jacqueline Monroe Show. Overactive bedwetter. Tell all of your friends. Pod about potting. What? These are notes. These are literally my episode 15. So go back to episode 15 when I exposed the fact that I was a bedwetter, and as a kid. It looks like I got froyo on this day. Okay, I'm just going to read the notes, and I'm not going to interpret, like, I'm not going to go into what I said. I'm just going to read exactly what I wrote on this notepad. So 1 is overactive bedwetter. Tell all of your friends. Podcast about pottying. What the fuck? Froyo. Murdered a zit on my cheek. Yoga. Didn't go to the gym. Installed soundproof. Complete joke. You guys know, like, I have this little soundproof thing behind me that doesn't make anything. I don't have a soundproof setup at all. I'm still rolling with my Amazon call center headset. It was like $30, and I just wanted to have that pop star look. I wanted to look like Britney. I didn't want a big ass microphone like everyone has in front of my face, because I was doing this on YouTube at first. So still rolling with that, but it looks like I put up some soundproof that day. Stocks. Oh shit, I was telling you guys about how I was investing in a oil company. I was like, they better start drilling. They better get drilling. Drilling. Social Dilemma. Oh shit, this was when the Social Dilemma came out. Wow. Pumpkin bread. Christmas music. Got real with my shit in 2006. I have none of this tracks. I have no clue. I cannot remember. Oh, here's something I exposed, or I admitted. I said I get masculine with my shit on here on the podcast. I'm self-conscious about that. I feel like I have a man's energy, all aggressive and gross, because I rant all the time. And I'm always like, it's not very, like, this shit isn't very feminine, let's be honest. I'm just, like, is ranting and bitching, there's nothing soft and feminine about what I do. And here's the thing. We're approaching 200 episodes. I'm at 196 today. And I'm like, for whatever reason, this whole daily podcasting thing has evolved to be me getting on the mic and just popping off and ranting and bitching. And I'm not a negative person. I just feel like this is where I release these this is literally what it is. The outcome of me ranting every day, getting it out, sharing my opinions, popping off is when I'm off the mic and when I'm in real life or whatever, like living my day to day, I'm way more positive because I get it out of my system. I don't harbor anything. And so I feel like it's entertaining. I feel like it's more entertaining to hear someone do what I'm doing and do this kind of style versus like, hi guys, so today we're going to talk about what I'm grateful for and what I'm going to manifest in 2021. So, by the way, I'm wearing this new sweater I got at Old Navy and it's super soft and I just can't wait to cuddle up with my puppy later and like curl up in it with my new fuzzy socks, and I'm going to make a chai tea latte before bed and just like sit and watch Gilmore Girls. And by the way, I hope you're having a fabulous day and that I'm praying for you every night. I really hope your mental health is doing well. And it's okay to take a nap if you're feeling like you're having a bad day. We all have bad days. Like, that is fucking boring. And that is what Clubhouse is right now. I'll be honest, dude. I got to rant right now about Clubhouse. Okay. I can't be in another manifesting room, gratitude room, fucking self-realization, self-help, all these like fluffy, happy, snappy rooms. Like yesterday I was in a room, I was on stage, and this girl was talking about like every book she's read. She's like, yeah, The Secret started with that. And then I went to Think and Grow Rich, and then I went to You Are a Badass and Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell and blah, 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 and I got on this book reading journey and now I'm all enlightened and now I'm it's just like everyone is doing the same shit and then they're just they're reading the same shit. It's all fluffy and happy snappy and self-improvement and manifesting and achieving your goals and all this. Everyone's on that same wavelength on Clubhouse except me. Because I'm like, look, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. I personally don't find it interesting to be in a Clubhouse room for 2 hours listening to people talk about manifestation. I don't give a fuck. It's not my thing. Okay. But that directly translates to, for whatever reason, it lines up with like business people and like business and growing a business. And like, so all these business people are, it's just like, it's their fucking thing. I don't know. Did that make any sense? I feel like it didn't. How could I clarify that? My unique, the thing about me that makes me, and the reason my brain is the way it is because I have been overstimulated and like I've overconsumed all that gratitude manifesting. Like, what's another thing people talk about? Meditation. Like what are the, you know what, should I just look up like wellness terms? Wellness terms. Well-being, wholeness. I don't know why I just want to dive into this right now. Mental health. You guys get it. You guys understand the niche I'm talking about. Like the wellness niche, the mental health, the self-improvement, the manifestation, the blah, 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 blah. Like I've been, it all started back in college with like Tim Ferriss and Gary Vee and Ed Milet and Andy Frisella and Rogan. Well, Rogan doesn't really get into this kind of shit. Who else is like my Lucas Rockwood? Is it Lucas Rockwood? He did a yoga podcast all about this kind of stuff. So whatever. I've been like listening to this shit forever, and so now when I hear people continue, like when they're still talking about it, I'm like, look, I'm out. Been there, done that. Not to be like ahead of you guys and like, you know, I'm a whatever. It's just like I don't know. That was probably it was probably unkind to say that and not very grateful, but you know what? People, this is my conclusion. This is probably the positive thing I will say is that everyone is on their own journey. Everyone's at a different place in life, and I happen to be farther ahead. Okay. This is what I figured out. This is what I figured out in life. My goal, after all the shit I've learned and listened to and consumed and read and blah, 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 after all that is said and done, I'm like, look, all I want to do is have fun and enjoy my life and laugh until it hurts as often as possible. And just be around people that don't take life too seriously. They make fun of themselves. They're not fucking woked out and like they don't nerd out to all this fluffy self-improvement bullshit 24/7 where they're just like, it's like, why do we have to analyze every little piece of being alive and every little aspect of being a human being and psychoanalyze it and then, you know, audit ourselves and like do all these new little practices every day to, you know, become the best versions and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not that serious. It's just adding bullshit on top of like, you could be having fun if you just get out of your head and stop thinking about all that stuff. And I know I'm not the most refined bitch on the planet who's like enlightened and like, you know, grateful and like full of zen, but that's why I don't tell you guys all about yoga and like the spiritual stuff. I don't care. I just do yoga. I don't get in too deep with it. It's like hard for me to take anything fucking seriously. And I think that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I can't take anything seriously. This is my self-mastery course. That's what I wrote on the episode 15. Do you guys feel like that though? Like there's this pocket of people on the internet that I happen to be involved with every single day for my job, which is lovely. I can, you know, there's a lot to learn from these people, but I also feel like a lot of this shit is unnecessary and it's just like, it's just, what are we doing? Just have fun. Just who cares? Why does this, I don't know. Again, I will go back to everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's trying to figure themselves out and I'm just 10 steps ahead, bitch. Okay. I'm just, you know, I figured it out. The goal of life is to not give a fuck about anything, but just having fun. And, yeah, that's it. Like literally my goal in life is to have fun and do what I want and just like not overthink shit. Just like drink coffee, play with my puppy, run around the city, eat good food, hang out with people, go out and get turned, shake my ass in the club, hang out at my mom's house, like go have a giant Thanksgiving feast every year, go put my toes in the sand at the beach where I live here, lay out and tan, watch funny shit on TV, watch TikToks that make me laugh. These are all my life goals. And it all wraps up. It's all about just enjoying life and having fun. You're born with everything you need. Stop psychoanalyzing yourself and trying to... Like, when does self-improvement end? When is this fucking phase going to end with? Just like cancel culture stuff, like, when is it going to end? It's like marketing. It's like all about making you feel like you lack something that you need to have. It's just like the amount of self-improvement books out there. It's like you can spend your whole life reading them. It's like, okay, and then what? What's the outcome? When are you actually going to put the rubber to the road and just like move on? I wrote episode 16. I want a strong mind. This podcast is preparing me for life. I'm an overthinker / oversharer. So podcasting is perfect for me. Oh, connect the dots. Connect the dots. Pics are just data points. Yeah, I was on this whole thing in the beginning of podcasting where I kind of put together that, like, pictures on Instagram, like, so if you follow, I feel like a lot of people they follow me on Instagram. It's like, okay, you see pictures, you see a few stories, and you're doing this thing in your brain, or your brain develops a perception of me, a perspective. You think of me in a certain way based off of data points, little pictures, little stories, little tiny data points, where a podcast is long form, and I feel like it's helping you guys like connect all the dots of all the pictures and all the random shit I post, and you're like, oh, I have a better understanding of who this chick is. Because my whole goal and my whole epiphany about the internet is, it's like, look, it's here to stay. We're not going to stop this whole following your friends, following people on the internet, keeping up with their lives thing. That's going to be here to stay. Everyone has an online persona or avatar of themselves. And so if it's, if that's going to be the future and that's the way it is, I want to close the gap between who I am online and how I am in person. And I feel like the podcast is that glue, or it's that thing. So that's my little epiphany. Because it's literally like we're on a phone call and I'm just hanging out with you. You can't get more personal than that, and more like real. Because I know everyone's sick and tired of what is it? I'm so sick and tired of the Photoshop. Dude, where's Kendrick? Thought he was going to save us in 2020 with the new album, and that definitely did not happen. But yeah, I think people are just kind of burnt out of just the facade, the fakey, like, just, I don't know. I feel like this episode kind of went places. It kind of went into a weird hole. I'm going to close my notebook and kind of reflect. And I want to like summarize what I ranted about in a clear way, because I feel like I was all over the place. Let me slow down. So everyone's on their own journey. I'm not judging people for where they're at on their journey. Yes, I said I'm steps ahead because I got in this fucking self-improvement game and all this consumption of books and podcasts like 10 years ago. And so when I hear people talk about it now, it's just redundant. I'm bored. It's not interesting. Been there, done that. I don't personally find it fun to talk about or like listen to. Like I mentioned on Clubhouse, that's like all Clubhouse is. Gratitude, manifesting, blah, 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 you know. So yeah, I'm just like, I realize that people are all on their different path, but I'm like, I wish I could shake people and make them go and like wake them up and be more like myself. She has a high opinion of herself. She's conceited. She's self-absorbed. This is the 101 what a narcissist is. Jacqueline Monroe is a... Look, I like myself in a world where most people hate themselves or trying to improve themselves or trying to fix themselves, get, fitter, healthier, hotter, look younger, make more money, climb the ladder. It's like, no, I'm fucking good. And that's like the thing in life that I feel like maybe I'm lucky I figured out young, but I like myself. And that's not, me being narcissistic. It's like literally I don't wake up every day and go beep 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 beep, like I could do, but I should be better. I should do more. I should be skinnier. I don't pick myself apart anymore. I have high expectations with my, routines, and I'm personally competitive, but I don't know. I just think I have what's important. I have perspective, and I guess my point of view about the world is just so fucking relaxed, and like I genuinely don't take anything seriously. I don't attach a lot of meaning to majority of the things in this life. I think it's all this, it's like I look at everything like, this has all been invented and made up, and it's all relative, and everything makes sense for how we live our lives and how society is structured and how we, go to work and pay our bills and pay our taxes and, all that stuff. It all makes sense. But at the end of the day, I don't take anything seriously, like at all. And I don't know if that's bad. That's why I feel like an outcast a lot of the times. I'm like, why does my brain have to do that? Why can't I just drink the Kool-Aid, be in deep, believe all this shit everyone's talking about so hard, where I'm like nerding out on Clubhouse about it with them? Maybe it would make my life better if I took some shit seriously. And what is this? Like, what happens to someone in their life? Like, what happened in my life where this is how I turned out? You know what I mean? What is it that I did that, like, I don't fear anything? Like, nothing makes me, I don't get anxious. I'm, I understand people have crippling anxiety, and they, are really, they get really wound up, and their heart races, and they have pain in their chest, and I have family members that are like that, and I know that's real, and I'm not trying to say that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, I legitimately don't get worked up about anything. like I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is. I think something really terrible is gonna have to happen to me, like getting fucking cancer or something, where I'll actually freak out, or like a family member, something terrible happening to a family member. But for the most part, I'm just very like calm and just like whatever. I'm so palms up, like two palms. Take your two hands, put your palms up. It's like that emoji. Whatever. Maybe that's annoying to people. Is this annoying, or is this like, oh wow, I wish more people are like that, because then this world would be less dramatic? That's the thing, is I look at the world and I'm like so disgusted and so annoyed by it. I'm like, these motherfuckers are so dramatic. They pick apart everything. They're canceling everything. They're so like nitpicky and like upset and easily emotional. They're so emotional, and they're so easily offended, and they're soft, and they're like these little fragile. A lot of society is like this now. Just look at the way like literally, I saw on I was listening to the Your Mom's House podcast. Hiking is now not racist. It's discriminatory, or hiking is a white person activity, and minorities feel like they're not being included in hiking now, or some shit in LA. Like, it's like the world is insane. So that's why I'm like, I want to be everything the opposite of that. because I can't relate to it. I can't get my head to, I don't, like, I said this, so back when I said I was in college, vegan, blah, 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 listen to podcasts, starting my self-improvement journey and shit. And that's when a lot of the woke movements and social justice movements started, and you'd start seeing things all over social media because, I mean, what was that, like 2012? Instagram really started popping off. I remember saying early on, I was like, I can't relate. I do not understand. There is not a single social justice movement I can get behind. Not a single one. I can't really, like, absolutely none of them. I would never march in the streets for any cause or any reason. Because I think all of it is bullshit. All of it. I think everything's inflated. Everything's exasperated. It's everyone else. There's all these people, all these privileged ass people out there babysitting other people's oppression and calling things out like literally a white person probably in LA was like, oh yeah, so last time I was hiking, there weren't enough black people on the path. So therefore hiking is racist and shit. Like, people are just so extreme and dramatic. And like, and here's the other thing I could never understand or get behind: the feminist movement, the feminism. Dude, this is fucked up. Even some of the Me Too shit, I'm like, what the hell? And all this man hate on the internet. There's not a single thing, like, I'm being honest, like, I can't find a single cause, a single movement, social justice, whatever. Like, am I a terrible person? Dude, this is, like, probably bad to say. I care about people. I care about people that are struggling and that have it hard and everything, but I don't like the way we've gone about, like with Black Lives Matter and now with the Asian hate thing. Like, I don't like how we go about trying to, quote unquote, like, change things and fix things. Like, nothing ever changes, nothing ever gets fixed. I think it just furthers the problem, and it makes people more divided, and everyone has a voice now on the internet, and they're coming on and popping off. And here's what I always boil everything down to whenever I see fucking parades of people with the pussy hats and shit. Like, what they're doing, what they're fighting for, what they're marching about does not, like, the way they make shit sound and how terrible the world is and how much these people are oppressed and are discriminated against and are whatever, it doesn't represent what's actually happening in reality. There's one-off cases and events and situations that happen, and that's just like 5, for example, I said this like a month ago, there were like 5 or maybe less than that, like 3 assaults on Asians, and those are like 3 out of, like, think about how many people get beat up on the street, shot in the street. It happens every day, all the time, but it's like they picked out these 3 events and said, there's hate crimes against Asians in America. Asians are, there's racism against Asians in America. This is a huge problem. There's all these attacks now because it's like, I just think it's being cherry picked and then exasperated. Just like Black Lives Matter. I said it a week ago, or I don't know, a few podcasts. I don't even know. I lose track. I was like, look, the guy just happened to be black and the cop just happened to be white. And the whole world fucking went off or fell apart over it. And it became a race thing. And now everything's a race thing. Everything. I'm waiting my turn, bitch. I'm waiting my turn. Hate crimes against white people in America. When is that going to happen? I'd like to know. What's next? Mexicans, Hispanics, Latinos. I don't know. This is the whole, she gets on the podcast and rants and gets it out of her system. So then when she sets down the microphone, she's a happier, more kind, peaceful person. And I understand that probably makes 0 sense. You probably are like, oh, she'll just carry this mindset and this angst and this rage out into the world. But it's literally the opposite. I'm just like, I got my opinions out. I said it how I think it. one take, no edits, and I don't know. Am I crucifying myself? Is this like self sabotage in the long run? Like this will not age well. This is going to be bad karma or whatever. You know, I don't know. I want more people to go against the grain and say their actual opinions and not be so politically, not worry about being like hated on and canceled. Like I was watching this 6-minute inspo. It's like a David Goggins YouTube video that's 6 minutes long where he just says it like it is. And he's like, there's like a live stream on Instagram. Part of the video was a live stream. And he said something like, you know who I don't give a fuck about? People. He's like, the second you motherfuckers learn or figure out that you're going to turn into a bitch and a little snowflake if you worry about what other people think. Something like that. Like, basically, don't worry about what other people think. Once you figure out that worrying about what other people think will be the downfall of you and it'll ruin your life. Once you figure that out, you'll be free. And I feel like that's the journey I'm on right now. Like I legitimately am my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter. I believe in myself so hard. I believe what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing here. And I learned that. I feel closer to myself. I feel like I know myself better. I am like more solid in my opinions. No, I'm set in my ways, bitch. No, I'm not the most articulate person when I share my opinions, but I don't know. It just feels good to get it out. And I think that's selfish and self-centered and self-absorbed to be a podcast host who's like, I'm just here to flush it out so I can be a happier, kinder person in real life. But dude, this is called entertainment and you're still listening. So someone's got to do it. I'll take one for the team. I'll podcast. I'll talk it out. All right. That's it. I'm going to get ready for bed. Sorry for yawning. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Saturday Q&A. I think I'm on number 23. Yeah. So hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week. And head over to patreon.com/TJMS to support the show, get access to my behind the scenes content, my exclusive content, extra videos and pictures that don't make Instagram. And I do Friday shout outs, so stick around if you're a patron for your Friday shout out. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Once again, that was patreon.com/TJMS. All right. Love you guys lots. Thanks for listening, putting up with my bullshit as always. All right. Bye. All right. Today's patreon.com/TJMS patron shout outs go to Ricky Jensen, Trevor Garrett, Eagle One, Ozzy Osbourne, Chris O'Hearn, and I got 2 more. Richie Rich and Bronson Bloom. Thanks guys so much for your support. As you know, this is my passion. This is my dream hobby, career, whatever you want to call it. And it means a lot to me that you're here to support me and you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, even though I podcast every day. You're like, and that's not good enough for me. I want to go to our Patreon and figure out more. So thank you so much. I'm just happy that you guys get me, because that's been is this now going to be a sad, sappy part? I legitimately think, or I legitimately know now that there's other people out there that we're on the same wavelength and I can relate to you. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for your support. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.